Greetings, heavenly warriors of the soul star blossom lineage. Waking up, rising up. We had massive waves of energy coming in through the night and all day today. Lots of purging going on to prepare our vessels for this most powerful solstice and eclipse, Saturday and Sunday. For the last 7 hours or more, I felt a massive pulsing within my skull. Also, last couple hours, feeling like being set on fire. The fire energy with this ring of fire coming in, very intense. I know that this is very challenging for many, very intense. Just keep going through and through and through until we totally break through. We're right at the precipice, at the tipping point, ready to take that quantum leap, the leap of faith into the non-physical, non-linear, non-polarity. Today we had another 23 hertz pulse on the Schumann resonance. Yesterday 23, today 23, the 5-5, 5D energy, 5D manifestation. We're jumping in between worlds here now at an accelerated rate, jumping timelines, merging timelines, however you want to look at it. We had over 184 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. Again, the whole ring of fire lit up again today, preparing Pachamama for this powerful solstice tomorrow. We had a 3.4 in the heart of Lemuria in Pahala, Hawaii at 137 UTC. So we have the 37, 73 code and 33 kilometers depth. 33, 19 latitude, 155 longitude. So there again is the 5-5 code. These synchronicities are coming through in many ways. We also had another shift movement right on the Tropic of Capricorn in the Andes Mountains, 24 latitude, 67 longitude, and a 4-4 quake movement, 4-4 energy. Also several earthquakes again today. We're the massive 7.4 off the coast of New Zealand, which is also connected to the Lemurian energy, and a 4.8 in Mariana Islands, also in the Ring of Fire. And we're feeling these energies, these resonance, these vibrations, frequencies through our sacred vessel, connected as one with Mother Earth, Gaia consciousness. So be sure to stand barefoot on the earth. Keep anchoring the codes deep into the grid, into the crystalline core of Pachamama. We're all in this together. We're all connected through the ley lines, through the grids. All light workers, star blossoms, way showers, and warriors of the light. We are all one. No separation. Only what's left of the false programming of separation and duality that we are releasing fully, purging fully of these energies that have kept the higher consciousness of our true self in a type of holding pattern to complete the sequences, the simulations of the eternal expanding consciousness. So this is coming to fruition, all the years of work that all star seeds, star blossoms have contributed to. So thank you for joining us on this great mission, this great journey, and we'll see you in 5D. We'll start today's transmissions connected to the image today, which is from the Council of Nine, from Magenta Pixie, shared from Christina Papagiorgio. This image was created by Jared, I believe Magenta's son. Not sure, so thank you, Jared, for this powerful image. Symbols of white magic power, and this has been coming through for many of us, especially with the path of this eclipse on Sunday, which will travel through the Trinity, the trident of the three sacred mountains in Asia, which is the Tian Shan Mountains, the Kunlun Mountain, and the Himalayan Mountains that come together at the sacred portal, the Stargate. And this is connected to Poseidon's trident, which is in the image. We have the pink of the Divine Feminine, Mary Magdalene, Isis, Virgin Mary, Diana, Sophia, Kuan Yin, also connected with the Poseidon energies, to all our angels of the ocean, the whales, the dolphins, all the fish, all the life, the mermaids, the mermen, the Merkaba, and the goddess of the ocean, Triquetra, the Holy Trinity and goddess symbol, the rose gold flame, transmuting negative energy through the power of love, and the Triskelion, the triple spiral of life. These images are the antidote to the negative agenda and mass mind control programs. Posting these symbols on social media broadcasts that we reclaim our divine power to manifest the utopian timeline on earth. Victory to the light. Love always wins, beloved beings of light. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel, we as light workers need to be extra focused and disciplined in holding the light steady for the rest of humanity in the coming few days, especially the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of this month. Let us be extra diligent as far as our thoughts go, and being careful what we think, what influences us, and what we are absorbing from outside ourselves. We need to keep our energy as high as possible, and not allowing the outside events, the outside world, to pull us back into the quagmire of the 3D. We are all being challenged, yes, but on the other hand, being carried through this time. Move more deeply into your heart center and stay centered there. Connect with your own soul, and then consider what you would love to contribute to the world now, in the next few days, as far as positive, uplifting, inspiring, loving, and wholesome energies are concerned. Literally hold the vision of a loving, balanced new life within your heart center and nurture it lovingly into being and form. Do this from your heart, soul, and all of your being. Do not forget to do the same for yourself, and lovingly nurture your higher soul self into being as you feel yourself rising ever higher into the 5D new you. Yes, we are rising. Yes, we incarnated here knowing that we would and are being called upon to keep the light and love steady, but now being asked to expand this. When we align our highest soul selves with the new beginnings which are already here and unfolding, we radiate this forth into the rest of humanity. Playing small does not serve the world anymore. Step out and become the light, the love, and unity which is changing the world. Right here and right now, let us become huge beacons, satellites, transmitters for pure, unconditional love, and allow the divine love, power, and wisdom to be transmitted through us into the rest of humanity at planetary levels. Let us rise to the occasion. We are called. From JudithKusel.com, from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru. Are you feeling right now on the verge of a massive life reset? Perhaps recent revelations have helped you to release and purge years of pent-up communication, misunderstandings, and potential hurts and pains. With only 2 days until the new moon, solar eclipse, solstice, and now with 5 planetary retrogrades, Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, Venus, and Jupiter, and you're being cosmically helped to let the past go, restart and refresh, alert and anew. As you work with the cosmic influences, you become stronger, and life eases up because of them. From ElizabethPeru.com, from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn. As we approach the solstice eclipse on the 20th and 21st of June, the energy is intensifying on all levels. The activation and rewiring of the pineal gland continues, but is also opening up connections to the high heart and throat chakras. This is being felt in the collective as a release of anger and frustration and a desire to be heard. On the individual level, you may feel burning sensations in the chest and throat area, as well as headaches and sinus congestion or pain. The best way to deal with these energies is through working with the heart, high heart and throat chakras with the beautiful gold and green frequencies that are coming through very strongly right now. The green opens and soothes the heart, and the gold raises consciousness and brings us into alignment with the Christ consciousness and the unity consciousness of the higher dimensions. You can visualize your body, light body, aligning with these frequencies and being lifted into higher consciousness as you are filled with divine love and power. And from the archangelic calendar, Gaia has gone back to a water-dominant setting and is continuing to bounce back and forth between the elements of fire and water. This coincides with the overwhelmingly abundant information that a shakeup is coming very shortly. This is also going to be in synchronicity with the onslaught of cosmic energies coming in at the moment. In direct consequence, we have continued abnormal physical symptoms to attest all of this too. Major seismic bursts are coming again, and they are directly initiated by Mother Earth. It is clear that the land masses are about to change its formation, but the speed of which that manifests is up to Gaia. This is also in direct connection with the upcoming sprint that Atlantis and Lemuria are taking towards the surface. Gaia has also alluded to some flooding, volcanic, and lightning events coming up as well, but she insists they are all by her design. Most major megalithic structures are very conscious, and that's what the moire of the Easter Island is indicating. Speaking to the heads located on the island will produce an eye-opening interaction. Once they are removed from the island, they are no longer a useful asset to this earth. The very mysterious ancient Cyprus was the original inhabitant of Easter Island, and he would be the one responsible for the inspiration of the artistry. You can also communicate with the structure pretty easily. It's the same way any telepathy works. Direct your question and wait in silence and patience for the answers to return. There is a point of development where technology and spirituality merge. This knowledge can be used in a variety of ways, good, bad, or indifferent. This has come in all sorts of different technologies, such as the ones we encountered yesterday, the movie projectors and assignments. These items can take on any form, as your mind must interpret this foreign energetic item in some sort of relatable way. This is also exasperated by the rapid changes in timelines, and we can see these items take a variety of different forms based solely upon the macro settings of the specific timeline. The best way to identify these things is by searching for items with their specific functions, and to allow it to take any form your mind wishes it to take. If we wish to truly be superhuman, we must break the walls between mind and reality, which means that there must be no separation from the mind and the world in which it exists. It can melt into one, and this may seem very strange at first, but the world becomes an extension of your mind in real time, making every single thing become significantly influenced by the higher dimensions. As fun as this sounds, this is something that you will have to experience to know, but if you are not at least somewhere aware that this is happening, it can cause the mind to go completely manic. To help digest this, imagine living in a 5D cartoon world where the artist seems to be listening and reacting with pen in hand. Nibiru is going to be clearly visible over the next few days. The Anunnaki have been all business, engineering many Earth settings at a frantic pace to keep us on schedule. This is a sure sign that we are almost 100% integrated with the higher dimensional reality that will drive our macro timelines. We had an 1111 timeline jump yesterday, and it was very significant. It was a timeline jump within a timeline jump that provided a drastic improvement to the timeline that we were currently on. It seems as if some last-minute adjustments were made from the way higher dimensions. Enjoying the sky anomalies yet? If not, please be sure you are keeping your eyes on the sky. The engineering department of our legions have been prognosticating many new sights to see as the energies, grids, and overall physical reality become more comfortable with what is happening. No matter what, if you have your consciousness, you have the entirety of existence in the palms of your metaphysical hands. Living in this truth, one can never doubt the validity of their path. The tools for today's assignments are in the link in the description below. The assignments, we are being asked to keep a constant transmutation flame upon the earth in an assignment we are nicknaming Flame On. Engulf earth with sacred flames in the color codes below. This may seem like a strange request because Gaia has moved into a water-dominant setting, but we have reason to believe that this will manifest as a hyper-focused tool that will merge to form a different tool once implemented. Engulf the earth in the following color sequence of flames for a 72 count each, if possible. Color sequence white, pink, light blue, gold, yellow, green, red, black, copper, bronze, brown, teal, rose gold, silver, orange, indigo, violet, platinum, diamond, rainbow. There is a large gamma disruption ray that is aimed directly at Earth by a famous group of malevolent draconian star beings. Instead of just destroying it, deflect it back to where it came from. Then get the perfect trajectory and place a permanent deflection shield in case they ever get this notion again. Use a very shiny platinum shield to do the initial deflections, and then imbue it with rainbow light when you wish it to make it permanent. Do not make it a permanent until the ray has completely stopped firing. It is also suggested that we make this shield as large as possible. From the ArchangeliCalendar.com. And from the Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA by Richard Rudd, June 19th through June 24th, Gene Key 15, Dullness, Magnetism, Florescence. Florescence, a wonderful, wonderful CD, and that's SIDDHI, which is spiritual gifts. These people can touch anything and it sprouts back to life. When Jesus brought Lazarus back to life, it must have been through this CD. It is a life-giving CD. Florescence is the power of the green, the power of nature, the power of life to grow and flower and blossom and fruit. The 15th CD, wherever it goes, it seeks out the deserts. It seeks out the dry land and the dead, and it brings life back to those places, to those parched people, to those dying creatures. This is the role of the 15th CD. Think about this if you have it in your profile. Think about it even if you don't. These CDs are beyond all profiles anyways. So once we've made the inner decision to serve God, to serve the will of the whole, to make love the center of our life, then God begins to sprout in our life. Decision is an initiation. It is actually the mystical name for one of the initiations. We have to make this decision at some point in our evolution. But once we've made it, forever after our life changes, the decision is to put love above all else. This is love as service, love as philanthropy, love as truth. But only you can make the decision. It's made deep inside your aloneness, but once it's made, it brings you together with others. This is an irony, that only those who have strong inner aloneness really know how to work together. If you fear the group, if you fear the tribe or the community, it's because your aloneness isn't yet strong enough. If it were strong enough, then you wouldn't fear it might be compromised. So out of this decisive love flows all manner of fruits and gifts. Excerpt from Dare to be Divine. And from the I Ching, Code 15, Modesty. Mountain hidden beneath the earth. Softly uncover the blossoming heart. Held in the womb of Mother Earth, florescence is unified stillness. Magnetism is orientation with restraint. Dullness is dislocated stress, receiving appreciation. In temperance there is success. The superior man, in accordance with this, diminishes his excesses to augment his insufficiencies, thus creating a just balance. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways. The ultimate modesty is to allow another to believe we're weak or flawed just as a means of loving them. This is a deeper meaning of the word florescence. It means to use any and all behavior to create illumination. From the GeneKeys.com. And from Spring of Awakening, Tibetan Buddhist Master Choje Akong Tolku Rinpoche. Nothing lasts. If we resist change, we find ourselves overwhelmed, and suffering follows. If we accept change and flow with it, we become flexible and wise. From this comes happiness. And from the Tzolk'in times, Kin 82, white self-existing wind. Self-existing is the name for the number 4, and its key words are definition, form, and measure. Day 4 is all about the details, taking a closer look and scrutinizing. Weigh up what you need and what you don't, make a list, and take care of the practicalities. Today is white wind, and its key words are communication, breath, and spirit. These days are always good for conversations, debates, public speaking, speaking your mind, reciting poetry, or shouting from the rooftops. Express yourself verbally today and get it off your chest. As it is a number 4 day, this suggests that you should read the small print, read between the lines, and thoroughly examine any document you are asked to sign. Be precise with what you say and say what you mean. Be clear if you want to be properly understood. The guide today is the white mirror, which symbolizes reflecting truth. If the truth influences your communication today, all will be well. Don't try to get away with lying. You'll trip up in the details and get caught out. From Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, white self-existing wind, Kin 82, 19 June 2020, power of divine communication. 1919 coming in, the 19 and 91, and the 99. 19-6-2020 equal 19-6-22 equal 10-6-4 equal 20 equal 2. 19 Prince of Heaven, fulfillment, honor, happiness. 10 manifestation, authority, power. 1 leadership, new beginnings. 2 partnership, cooperative. 6 heaven, Christ, harmony, family. 4 form, structure, foundation. Kin 82 equal 10, double 10 code today, a very powerful manifestation code today. 1010 portal, fully open. Kin 82 holds the combined power of masculine and feminine archetypes in the Mayan culture. Mayan king Pakal Votan held the masculine lineage, from which Jose Arguelles Valum Votan drew his ancestry. Valon Ik alias Lloydine Arguelles, the twin flame of Jose, held the feminine archetype. So today we have a merging of the two by the power of the wind, coming together to build a new foundation for their divine union, blessed by spirit. Note, this is a powerful twin flame day to construct a sturdy foundation for your divine unions and combined mission and service to spirit. Khalil Gibran, the prophet, on marriage. You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. Aye, you shall be together, even in the silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous. But let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping. For only the hand of life can contain your hearts, and stand together, yet not too near together. For the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadows. Day 4 in the blue storm wave spell of purification, cleansing, transformation, and evolution. Today we define the chaos and disharmony in order to transform into something new, a new foundation for our creations, unions, structures, and systems built on the guidance from spirit. Tone of creation, self-existing, tone 4, in the mental realm. Action measures, power defines, essence form. Self-existing, number 4, takes form, and we have ourselves a square shape, self-existing, measuring and defining. Very intelligent, fascinated by self, we now have built a sturdy platform upon which further growth takes place. Dispense with the rest and build your new solid foundations on the basis of divine love, loyalty, and magical manifestations. Today we tune into the whisperings of the white wind in order to communicate with the will of God, Goddess. When our minds are open and hollow, freed from the old constructs and paradigms, free from judgment, criticism, and bias, we make space for new thoughts and ideas. We become pure, unadulterated channels of divine energy, the angelic messengers of spirit. As we evolve and connect more frequently and permanently to our higher divine selves, we become the embodiment of the divine, walking gods incarnate on the earth plane. In that instant, our lives are elevated to a higher octave as we become the conduits to define what takes form through our new lens and perspective. This is the collective mission of the wayshowers and star blossoms, to collectively manifest the divine plan for Gaia. Today is a brilliant day to listen to the whispering of the winds of change, allowing spirit to guide you to new undiscovered lands. Dance, sing, channel, pray, and meditate. Open your ears, your mind, and heart to the voice of spirit. Today's question is, how are the winds of change guiding me to define and construct new foundations for my life? The winds of change are upon us. Allow spirit to be your navigator. Divine blessings for the construction of divine partnership and communities supported by spirit. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 82, White Self-Existing Wind. The mantra, the code for today is, I define in order to communicate. Measuring breath, I seal the input of spirit with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of endlessness. Divine beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below to get notifications on future uploads. And as always, in the link in the description below will be the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for their support, their pledges on Patreon. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sisters of the Light, Anne, Kelly, thank you Amy, Divine Sister, thank you Gina, Jillian, Gina, and thank you Divine Brostar of the Light, Frank. Appreciate all your support, all your connections. If you'd like to support and make a pledge to our mission and my work with Prime Disclosure, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. One last note, and I'll read a prayer from Divine Sister Kayla Shekinah, White Self-Existing Wind. Just before starting this recording today, as I looked out the window, the winged nation of the blue jay came to me to transmit that healing blue light, that blue ray, the blue medicine Buddha. It's balancing out this red fire, this fiery energy of these rings of fire. So it helps to visualize the green and the blue waves and the violet waves. A prayer from Kayla Shekinah. Spirit wings of divine grace, flowing into the form and pace. Touch the stars, feel the earth, golden essence in our space, pure power of the sacred breath, channel of the galaxy as it has been called, divine, limitless potential and eternal mysteries, deep inside as they pass the scribe, paint them, dance them, pray them, offer them, flowing freely, endlessly off the tongue and tips of the fingers as we surrender to God's flow, limitless grace and shining in the moment opening, channel of the mysteries, breath, spirit and form, universes, akashic stream of light, essence as the winds in flight. Thank you for joining me today, sacred angels of the light. Keep walking your divine path with heart and keep shining your light brightly into the night. I love you all. Namaste.